It's an absolute delight, Lakshmi, Roshi. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us today. We would have done this conversation slightly differently, if we had the time that we thought we would have today, but the Chief Minister is on his way. We have to do it sort of quickly. So I thought the best way to do will be to fire a whole bunch of questions so we sort of see what we get and everybody will have something to take. So let me start. Generally there is this perception that women find it difficult to navigate finance. They find it very difficult to sort of navigate personal finance. They're often dependent on spouses or family to sort of do their finances. What has been of course both of you are outliers because you're finance professionals yourself. Nevertheless, when it comes to navigating your personal finances, how has it been?
Yeah, hi, good evening to all of you. So, Mahalakshmi, I think, if I take a parallel and explain this, it'll be able to, because I see predominantly women in this room, I can see men as well. But, if you quickly Google, you don't need to do it right now, but if you Google the top chefs in the country, even the fifth one, you won't find a woman. But if you Google the top sports person in the country, the first three will definitely have a woman. So, if I extend that analogy to finance, I would say that, finance or, managing money is completely gender agnostic. So when I started my career 25 years back, there was barely one woman in the room. Now at least I see more than one. I think that is the positive thing. And navigation is all in the mind. You don't need Google Maps for this, so go for it, is what I would tell all the women in this room.
Roshi, is that a myth, that women find it difficult to manage the finances?
I think perhaps the journey starts with being financially independent and then you start taking decisions because you have confidence in doing them. So maybe like Lakshmi mentioned, I think seeing more women being financially independent is perhaps the first step in investing on your own and being confident about it. But I'd also say this, investing is about risk and reward. And I think women inherently have the ability to assess risk a lot better. Yeah. I think we tend to underestimate that it's not only about reward, it's also about risk mitigation. And we are very good at that, I feel.
So do women make better fund managers than men?
Well, I'd say, and I said this outside when I did the media bite, we have that perfect balance of IQ and EQ, both of which are required. And of course, there's DQ now, which is digital quotient, which is there, I think, even non-investments. So I think that balance is what possibly gives us a small edge over our male counterparts.
Okay, I hope.
So there are a lot of studies actually which have been done, which actually prove that the alpha creation or the performance of women fund managers are better than those of male fund managers. Yeah. It's not as well publicized perhaps for reasons.
It's publicized every Women's Day, by the way.
Yeah. That's true. But yes, that is a fact.
So next time, please check which fund you're buying into. Definitely, make it a priority to put into, give your money into a woman's hand. Okay, your money mantra in 3 words, Lakshmi.
Compounding, compounding, compounding. See, Vidya Balan said in the movie Dirty Picture, entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. So when it comes to investments, remember her and then think about just compounding.
Okay, Roshi?
Asset allocation. The third word for me is equities, but asset allocation and equities for sure.
Okay, today what would you think is the right asset allocation?
Still equities.
Asset allocation and equities.
For me.
For you. But okay, for a 30-year-old?
Equities. 30-year-old, undoubtedly.
40.
Equities, undoubtedly.
50.
It is age agnostic.
When you're 50, you're only working for your next generation. So it's still equities.
Are you saying it because you're an equity fund manager?
That also.
Okay. No, I'll tell you, equities is like Red Bull to your portfolio. It gives you the kicker. And debt is like Nimbu Pani. It's like lemon water.
Kadha.
Yeah, or it's like, no, Kadha is sometimes tasteless. It's this taste. So if you want a kick on your portfolio, age agnostic, 20 or 70 or 80, then equities in that proportion is required. But if you want to just have stability, then you can have Nimbu Pani in winter, in summer, in the rains. Sometimes you can have chai as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, which financial habit, Lakshmi, did you learn from your mom?
Okay, my mom, I come from this very conservative Tambram South Indian family, Palakkad Iyer I am, and my mom always used to say in Tamil, which I am saying in Hindi, that don't do amdani atthani kharcha rupaya. So don't spread beyond your means, don't spend beyond your means. And I think that's a very important metric even today which stays, because leverage is, to some extent is okay, but it's blasphemous in the world of finance.
Roshi, you?
I'm the same generation as her. God taught the same thing like perhaps most of us here.
Okay, what did you learn from your dad?
Okay, my dad, was an insurance. He used to do insurance agency, and of course, he worked with an MNC. And from him is when I learned the first lesson of compounding. He took a chessboard, like what Akbar and Birbal did, and he actually took a grain of rice and he kept putting 2 and 2 together. And that's the lesson of compounding. Wow. So Einstein was not my father, but my Palakkad Iyer father taught me that first.
What about you? What did you learn from your dad? The money lesson.
Yeah, no, I think it amounted to a money lesson, but I think the lesson was to just be yourself and do what you can. He gave me he stood behind me all the time, gave me the confidence to do whatever I wanted, which finally translates into a lot of stuff that we do. Confidence in being on your own, financial investing, and so on.
Okay. What did you buy with your first paycheck?
What did I buy? I splurged it. I'm a big foodie. So finance, food and films in that order is what
defined. You could have spent your entire monthly.
How much? When I started earning when I was age 18. No, age 18. I was in grade 12 and I loved teaching students. So I said I needed pocket money. Therein was my financial independence mantra. So I earned some 400, 500 bucks. I'm talking about 1994. Now you compute my age, what I am. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm a big foodie. So I actually spent it on food.
Okay, first full-time job.
Full-time job, I worked with this. Oh, what did I do with that money? I gave it to my mom.
Okay. Roshi?
Same. We are the same generation. So, yeah, same. But I must say, so I started off with an internship of 300 rupees a month. Again, you can calculate my age going by that.
Which year did you say?
Within 3 months.
Internship.
Within 3 months.
You have to mention the starting year or the end year, Roshi.
Within 3 months, the 300 became 750, and I can tell you any amount after that, I don't get the same thrill when that 300 became 750, genuinely.
But you didn't tell the starting point. Which year
Doesn't
were you
matter.
the intern?
Some things are best left open-ended.
Okay, what does financial freedom mean to you?
Well, it's like oxygen. If you can't live without oxygen, I would say you should not live without your financial independence or freedom. So for women, the Independence Day is, of course, the National Day is definitely relevant. But the day you are, so much in control of your finances, I think, and when you say that this is oxygen for me.
That same for you?
Absolutely.
By the way, Lakshmi Iyer, by surname, you know that she is a TAM. She's a Bombay girl. And Roshi Jain is actually born and brought up in Chennai. So
we could have had this in Tamil, by the way.
Well, then all of you all would run away. No?
Okay. If not a fund manager, what would you have been?
Professor. I love teaching, and I think that is my pro bono, which I still wear. Saturdays and Sundays, you'll see me with a bunch of kids, underprivileged. You'll see me in some remote location in Karjat, where I've adopted, a couple of villages with my friends. You see me in B schools, everywhere. And I'm wanderlust, okay? People who know me well, they call me wheels on heels. So, ek teez se do shikar ho jata hai. I can teach, I can preach, and I can eat food everywhere.
What about you?
I would perhaps be an auditor, I think. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, so maybe I would have just taken the auditing route.
Okay, that's really imaginative. One portfolio rule you never break.
What, sorry?
One portfolio rule that you never break.
Always risk over return. That's a non-negotiable.
Okay. What about you?
No, risk mitigation, extremely important, but we shouldn't overdo it as well. So in the name of risk mitigation, we should just not take the very boring path as well. We are good at risk mitigation, but you have to draw a line somewhere.
And when I said this to someone in an audience like this, so somebody got up in the audience and said, "Madam, risk hai to ishq hai." I said, that is for scam picture. I said, no.
Okay. Any money decision that you regret?
Regret. I regret not having started early. I should have started probably when I was in high school.
Investing in high school?
Yeah, why not? I mean, my parents
and where
were
would
earning.
you have got the money
No,
from?
no, but they could have made me a nominee. My father didn't do it. Then I had to educate. I would have been richer. No, I would not be working for Kotak, and then I would not be working for Bajaj from tomorrow.
So you
I
haven't
think the
made...
equity habit in India in general. I mean, it's not just about me. I think we start very late in life. At least for us now, the best years in terms of compounding and returns were the last 30 years actually. So, I think for most of us, perhaps the decision to, we would have come very late to equity markets.
Okay, one thing that you think has fast-tracked your career?
I would say it's the curiosity. They say curiosity killed the cat. It didn't kill any one of us, okay? It is the curiosity to learn more and keep telling yourself, Tumhari Sulu, again, sorry, Vidya Balan examples live with me because a lot of social messaging. So she always says, Main kar sakti hai. That was her tagline in the movie Tumhari Sulu. That stays with me because if you tell yourself and you train your mind, you can actually do a lot. Because when we started our careers, we never had Google, we never had social media, we never had formal mentorship. Today, social media is all about that. We didn't have all this flab, so we had to do it all ourselves. So I think be persuasive.
So I don't know what you mean by fast track, okay? I have grays in my hair, so I don't know what fast track you mean by that. But a lot of it is, of course, we can say hard work, preparation, this and that and stuff. But a lot of it is timing and good luck also, all of which you don't control.
Okay. One or two last questions. A book, podcast, or any other resource that you would recommend to the audience out here? Something that you're totally blown away?
2 books I will recommend. A book called Secret. I think it's an open secret. I think most of you would have read it, but that's my Bhagavad Gita, my Bible, my Quran, and everything else. So that book is something which I swear by. And the second book is a book called Liar's Poker. Yeah. As a wannabe financial market expert, a student, please read this book. It's a racy read. So these are 2 books which I strongly recommend all of you to read.
Rashi?
Benjamin Graham's book on investing, I think it tells you how timeless the rules on investing are. This was written perhaps 90 years ago, something like that. And when you read those examples that are there and the stocks that are talked about, it seems like, was this the way of investing even then? Nothing seems to have changed in terms of how to look at governance, growth, cash flows, and so on. So yeah, that's the book for me, which you can read every year, and every year you would find something new to take away from it.
Okay. What's the advice you would give to your own 25-year-old self?
Zindagi na milegi dobara. Truly. I actually live life, I should say queen size, because we are addressing mostly women in the room. But I think big, never say never, because I truly believe in ZNMD.
Fabulous.
I'll do some advertising for mutual fund. Mutual fund sahi hai. That was what I should have said that.
On that note, thank you so much, Superwomen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.